Check out this video.
Well, take a look at this. These vehicles are moving from Ghana through to Burkina Faso. Yes, you heard me right. The military leader, that is Ibrahim Traore, is moving all these vehicles to Burkina Faso. These combined harvesters, tipper trucks, whatever. We're actually just going to Bolga, and then we found a horde of these vehicles traveling to Burkina Faso. Just imagine you have these kind of leaders all over Africa. You can imagine the kind of progress we will make as Africans. Just look at these. We actually drove, and then we get to a part where you feel like, oh, this is the end, and before you realize there's an extension of the vehicles. These vehicles are countless. They are so countless, and I just want to say a big shout out to Ibrahim Traore, and then the people of Burkina Faso. They've got a lovely president. We love him all over Africa, and he's actually doing his best. I actually wish and hope that even if an election is held in Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore would get the opportunity to stand to be elected as president, and the good people of Burkina Faso would do the needful and choose him. Just imagine, look at the number of tipper trucks all over. You can't. I think the other time we found a horde of this machinery for his tomato factory he was putting up, and this time round is just a horde of vehicles, tipper trucks, whatever. Thank you. Shout outs to Africa, Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore.
As you are complaining and making noise on now we are not being given funds, you're not being given aids has been cut, what, the fights in Congo, many things that sometimes that does not even make sense. As you are struggling and forcing to intrude in people's matters and many other things, Ibrahim Traore is building Burkina Faso. His work is just to build the country. It's just his work to work for the people. He doesn't have any other work. So as we are making noise as puppets and African leaders, politicians who does not know what they're supposed to be doing for their people, someone else is building his country. And then you'll begin saying, you're talking about Ibrahim Traore so much. This guy, Burkina Faso, is not doing well. The guy is seriously and busy building his country when we are here just making noise and doing things that are not supposed to be done. For God's sake, where did these people come from? Where did African leaders come from? When will you stop being greedy? When will you stop being corrupt? When will you stop loving money than even yourself? You love money more than you love your people. You love money more than you love your families. You love money more than you love your brothers and sisters. Are we supposed to be living that way? And that is why even in the Holy Book it's written, the love of money is the beginning of all evil. As much as it also says that the man is the soul of every problem, but man is also the root of all evil. So to African leaders, to African politicians, to African puppets, man is the root of all evil, because every evil starts with, it must have anything to do with money, okay? And that is one thing that Ibrahim Traore does not have. Ibrahim thinks about the people he is leading. He thinks about the country he is leading. He thinks about what am I going to do to support these people? What am I going to do to build this country? What am I to do? What am I going to do to help the people who does not have food, to help the children who are not going to school, to help the mothers who are in the villages? They don't have money to take their children to school. They don't have food to put on the table. They don't have anything to do to get them money. What am I going to do to help them? That is all he thinks. And that is why in everything he does, everywhere he goes, he thinks about building Burkina Faso. He thinks about helping the people of Africa. Okay? He is transporting, you've seen him transporting the harvesters, the combined harvesters, those tippers, those tractors from Ghana to Burkina Faso. Why is he doing that? He's doing that because he wants to build Burkina Faso. This is a guy who is telling himself, in the coming 10 years, in the next 5 years, where am I going to be with my country? In the next 10 years, what will I have done into this country? He knows that Their time will come when I'll not be on this throne, when I'll not be on this seat. But when I'm finally out of this seat, what will people say about me? Okay? When other leaders, let me tell you something. Some other leaders, when they're about to get out of the seat, they destroy the country completely. Like, for example, you see, when a leader is coming out of the seat, he makes sure that in the country's account, there is no even a single shilling. Because he wants the other leader, when he comes, he starts from zero. But himself, he takes everything for himself and put it for himself, because he knows I'm going and I'll not come back here again. That is what they do. They leave when they have destroyed everything. Ibrahim Traore, on the other hand, he is so different. What does he say? He says, now, when I am out of this seat, after some time, what will I have done to my people? What will my people say when I'm finally gone? That is what he thinks. That is what he says every day. That shows leadership. That shows the love of people. That shows this is someone who is ready to lift people, to lead, ready to build, ready to advance, ready to make people happy. Okay? He is working for the goodness, for the love of Africa, for the love of the people of Burkina Faso. And that's why I say every day, Burkinabe people are people who are blessed by God. Because this man is just sent by God. He's doing things like the same of Messiah. You see? Because when Jesus Christ came here on earth, what did he do? Some people hated him, like the way what people are doing to Ibrahim Traore. They are hating him so much, especially the African puppets and the African leaders. African leaders, they are behaving like the Jews and who are they? Those who used to condemn Jesus Christ for everything he was doing and saying all sorts of bad things to him, that he's going against the law, he's doing all. You see? But Jesus Christ continued working and doing whatever brought him here on earth. And at the end of the day, he left after doing everything, after completing what he came to do. Okay? And so these African puppets, African politicians, greedy people, greedy leaders, are behaving like them. Are behaving like those people who used to condemn Jesus Christ for everything he used to do. That's how they're behaving. And Ibrahim Traore is behaving like Messiah. You talk whatever you want, speak however you want. He talks in parables and he works. He tells you what you're supposed to do. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, leave it. But at the end of the day, when the consequences come, when the repercussions come, you have to deal with them yourself. Now, he told African leaders that these people have been helping us for quite some time. For around 60 years, nothing has changed. But they didn't hear. They said, you're still young. You are a kid. What are you going to tell? What are you going to tell us? You don't have anything. You don't know anything. You just came into power. You've not even led Africa. Lead Africa for some time. You will be killed. Has he been killed? He has not been killed. He told you. Didn't listen. Okay? Now you're die. You're crying. You're complaining. Oh, the funds have been cut. The money has been cut. You see now? But he told you. You would have been good people, would have listened to what he was saying. And then at the end of the day, you would be enjoying with him today. Because listen, everything that has happened today, the funding cut, the AIDS, the stopping of AIDS, it has not affected him at all. He is not affected. He has not been affected. He is enjoying life. He is building his country. He is safe because God is also protecting him for doing good things to the people of Burkina Faso. Listen, if you want God to keep you and make and protect you, you also need to keep people and protect them. Okay? Because God cannot love you and offer protection to you if you're a bad person. Okay? So everything that Traore is doing is for the goodness and for the interest of people. If you are expecting that guy to die anytime soon, you're wrong, and I'm sorry for you, because that's not going to happen anytime soon. This is a leader and a guy who's going to lead Africa for as longest time as possible. I'm telling you that, whether you like it or not, he is the African king, the African lion, the leader of Africa, the president of Africa that we know, and nobody else is there like him. He is the only one, chosen. He is a chosen generation. Okay? And everybody who is going to come under him is going to be a great person, because the youths in Burkina Faso do not need anymore to go out in searching of jobs. The youths in Burkina Faso need now to continue working in Burkina Faso, because factories are being built, industries are being built. You saw a tomato industry, you saw a gold manufacturing industry. Okay? many things are coming out in Burkina, and those young people who are are jobless are going to enroll in Burkina Faso and work in Burkina Faso. Schools are being built. You don't need to go in a foreign countries for you to search in search of a good education. Health in the health sector, it has been raised. You saw the hospital that was built by Ibrahim Traore, the biggest hospital, the modern hospital. Instead of us flying to India and going to other foreign countries to seek medication, we can go to our neighbor African country in the West Africa and get the medication we want to get. That is what Ibrahim Traore is doing. You saw the agricultural sector. Immediately he got into power, he made sure that he has taken care of the agricultural sector. He raised the agriculture because he knew when we lack food, we will be taken advantage of. People will take us for granted because we don't have food. And any country that does not have food, that country is likely to die, because food is the stability of the country. People do start doing bad things. Even people start being thieves. They start stealing not because they need money. Sometimes they start stealing because they need food. Food was a problem. They got angry. They were anger. Anger was like part of them. They felt so anger. A lot of angry was part of them. It was working with them. They got to a point when they said, now we cannot continue being angry this way. We need to find something to eat, but we don't have jobs to do for us to get money so they can be able to buy food. What do? Let us start stealing. Issues like those ones in Burkina Faso cannot be there anymore. Why can't there be? They can't be there anymore because Ibrahim Traore is taking care of that. He raised the agricultural sector. Now, food is produced in plenty and everybody has food. When you have food, you have strength. When you have strength, you're going to work and build a country, because country is built by citizens. Okay? And how can your citizens build a country if they don't have jobs? If they don't have food, they cannot do that unless they are given food, unless they have jobs, unless they are living a good life. They cannot build a country. Okay, so he is doing all things to make sure he is making these people safe. He's like, the safety of these people is on point. Okay, that is what he's doing. And I want to urge every African leader, follow this guy, because he told you about the funding and the aids you did not hear. Now it has gotten to you and now you're crying. Please, 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 please be careful so that next time you don't assume anything and then it hits you on point like the way it has hit you on point this time round. Be very careful and be vigilant. Once bitten, you should always be twice shy, because an opportunity always comes once. This is an opportunity for you to join Ibrahim Traore and start working with Ibrahim Traore, and you will not have any other opportunity. Make sure you're working towards this development of Africa. Make sure you're working for Africans and the people who voted for you into the government and placed you on the throne, because they are the only people who are going to help you. Do let me know what you have to say in the comment section. Your opinions are better. I'll do my best to make sure I'm reading them and comment them where possible. African Streamer is your place. Just be here, and all the times we shall be doing all the things to make sure we are talking about Africa, and because Africa is home, and anything that concerns Africa concerns me and you as African black brothers in diaspora, in Caribbean, Africa in particular. I salute you guys so much. Adios, guys.